Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of my ocean-only survival world. Now, in the previous episode we made some farms over there and they have been working perfectly, but we haven't been able to get any sand due to there just not being sand in my world. So in today's episode we are going to go to the end and get some end looting stuff and elytras and shulker boxes and everything. And then after we do that, we can actually make a sand duper at the end portal because it's actually the only sustainable way to get sand, because the other one is just waiting for wandering traders to spawn and then getting 32 of them each time, and that's just not a good way to get any large amount of sand like we're going to need for our farms like that and in the future. So I'm just going to grab some resources and head over to the stronghold. Alright, so I'm here, I've set up a base camp, left all my items for later in here, and set my spawn, and now we can start going in. Of course I needed all 12 eyes, so here they are. And the last one. And that's it. I've only brought 7 beds. I don't think I'm gonna need much more than 7. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Alright, so I have forgotten blocks. Probably not the best thing. But just jump here. There we go. I can make an infinite water source. And with water I can pretty much fly. I have to still be aware of fall damage. I didn't know my render distance was this slow until now, to be honest. This has way worse ballistics than I thought. That should be the last one. And now I just have to wait for it to perch again. Wow, the beds actually do significantly more damage than I thought. I can just do it like this way faster than with beds. One. Oh! Almost. There we go. It only took one more hit. Nice. Finally got the ender dragon, which means we can get the egg, we can heal our stuff, and get approximately 20 to 30 levels. There's a lot of XP. Alright, let's go through and get our stuff. Oh, glow squid died. I'm going to put this here. Grab this, grab our unbreaking and mending, grab some blocks, grab the ender pearls, chests, logs, and all of this. And let's go right back in. Alright, so I found the portal. I just build up to it, and then we just throw a portal through, get teleported here. There is the elytra. Okay, another spire armor trim. More armor. And yeah, okay, so before we get the elytra, make a shulker box. All of this stuff inside. So like tools and armor. Okay, let's go finally. Get some rockets going. And now, with this, we can return because I do not want to be subject to the end any longer. Now that we got all the end stuff sorted, and I really do not like being in the end at all, like, I just wanted to get out as fast as possible. But now we can go on and build our sand duper. Now, I will probably do a time-lapse of this as well, and I will also give you the link in the description. I found this on... I don't remember exactly, but I will have the link in the description. So you can check it out. I have all the materials in here, and I haven't yet gotten any honey, which this thing requires, so I'm just going to build the things I can out of slime blocks, and I think it can work, but it will be just half as effective, and we will just get half of the sand that we could get otherwise, but other than that, it will be completely the same. So first things first, I need to get over to the stronghold where I have to increase the size of this room by about 2 blocks in each direction. I've pretty much outlined this entire stronghold room with just stone. Now all there is left to do is for me to drain the water and start building the actual sand duper. And there we go. This is what currently the farm looks like. Obviously it's not finished because I don't have any honey blocks. And I've tested the mechanism and it looks like it's working. I'm not going to put any sand in yet, just because we have to do something in the end. But first I want to build a chunk loader, just so nothing goes wrong while we are in the end. The farm is still loaded even when we're in the end, so it keeps working in the overworld while we are in the end. And there we go. This is the chunk loader. It works by dispensing the minecart on the other side, and then it gets through the portal, broken by the fire, and the entity of the item goes back, and this cycle just repeats indefinitely. And there is it, the finished end part of the farm. So I actually died while I was building this farm, and I lost everything in the void because I just dove with my elytra thinking I could get back, but I didn't have any rockets on me. So now I'm extra careful to always have rockets on me. And this is a bit different than the other design because I don't have any ice on me currently, but it should work exactly the same. So sand gets stuck on this block, it falls down on the side, on the sign, and gets broken and collected by the water stream. And then the water brings it out to this little storage system I have built here. So if I get some sand now, we can actually test it out. Alright, when I died I also lost these 6 sand blocks, so I had to go over all the ocean ruins to find them again. So I do believe we just place them on top of these glass blocks here. And first we have to go to the nether to toggle the chunk loader, otherwise it will probably break. There we go. Works. So now we can turn it on and go into the end as soon as possible. I just go in again and this time place them properly. And can I activate the machine from up there? Oh, yep, there we go. And as you can see, it works. As you can see, it shoots the sand out here where it gets broken by the sand and then just picked up by the water stream. Now I should wait till 24, so when I get back I can turn the machine off and put the sand where it should be. So let's just do this, and I also need to grab some glass blocks. And that's a lot of sand, and the fireworks just came through. Oh, that doesn't work. Here, there we go. Now just replace the water back. And now to fix this, just do like this, and it's too tall, and now there shouldn't be any problems. Oh my god, this was only on for like 2 minutes and we already got this much with some overflowing as well. Alright, so now we can actually try out our cobblestone farm. If I just take this sand and get back to my base and turn it to TNT, we can try out our cobblestone farm. Okay, so I'm back at the cobblestone generator, and just to test it out, I'm going to put some TNT in. There should be a switch here, yep. I thought I blocked it off accidentally. And this seems to work perfectly. Alright. Alright, it works perfectly. And why is this closed? It should be open. Let's see how much we got. Got quite a lot. That's a lot. Alright, so for the collection system, I have decided to build a super smelter underneath, so we can get clean stone and even smooth stone if you want to from this cobblestone generator. Now, this is a design by Shulkercraft. Again, I'm going to leave everything in the description. And yeah, now I'm just going to do yet another time lapse. Alright, so the barebones system is now complete and I haven't put anything in yet. I don't have any minecarts inside because the first thing I want to do is fill everything with coal, so there is no issues further down the road. And I'm going to use charcoal, which I'm going to get from the jungle logs, from the jungle trees. And also later on I'm going to redesign these water streams, because we don't need this fancy system right here, because we're going to have a centralized storage system somewhere else. And then I have to obviously have a system that takes the items from here. So it's time to get coal. I have started to gather some charcoal for the super smelter, and I've gained about 9 stacks. Now this would be a lot if there weren't 64 furnaces, each requiring 2 stacks actually, of charcoal, which is a lot of charcoal. So I'm just going to gather some charcoal over time and just put it in whenever I get some. But I need 128 stacks to begin with because of the design of the super smelter. Alright, so this part of our base has been bare bones for a pretty long time, and I promised you in the previous episode that I would show you what I had planned for this one, and this is it. This is what I had planned for this part of the quarry and the iron farm, and you can see why the iron farm comes in useful, and you can also see why I have so many villagers trading me concrete, because I tried to get the black concrete, which there is a lot of, but I just couldn't get any. And I've just recently gotten one over there, so I can just finally start trading black concrete. I got some yellow concrete and I got 0 cyan concrete, cyan terracotta. My mistake, this was all terracotta, not concrete. So I have 0 cyan terracotta right now. And there is some acacia wood that I also need to get up there. Up here, there's acacia wood just because I think it completes the industrial look of the drill. So let's start by building off this first section made out of iron blocks, and I really hope I have enough iron blocks for this thing. So I just realized that this video is just pretty much just random, doing whatever I could find to do. So the sand farm, finishing or starting the drill build and everything like that is just kind of random. So I thought I would continue on this random path and go do 2 more things in the end. So the first thing I'm going to build is a copper farm, because there's going to be a lot of copper I'm going to need in the next couple of episodes. So first things first, I need to prepare the area around the portal a little bit. Alright, so the area is now prepared. I have just built 40 blocks in each direction, because that's where zombie reinforcements can spawn. And this design is by INX04, so I will leave a link to the video in the description as well. And now I just have to finish it. It's a pretty simple farm, so it shouldn't take me too long. Alright, so the farm is now built and all we need to do now is get some zombies inside. So I think the first thing we need to do is make the island fall proof so that we build like railing around it so the zombies don't fall to the void. There we go, so this should now be fine. And there's the exit path here. So let's just go to the overworld to find a zombie and bring it back to the end. Yep, got in. I have to be prepared for it to attack us immediately. Yep, there we go. Okay, he didn't hit me. Alright, so if I go in here, he should go pathfind in there. Oh yeah, I have to punch him. That spawns some reinforcement already. Because if you punch them, they will not stop following you. Alright, so now what I have to do is take this sword and keep hitting this thing. Because if I hit this, you will only take 1 heart of damage. And if I time it perfectly, it will take exactly as much time for him to get drawn to as for him to get to 1 HP. And then it will reset because he will be drowned. And so I will test this a little bit to see how much I can get from it in like half an hour or something. Alright, this farm produced varying amounts of copper, so I would advise you leave a lot of drowned here before leaving the end, so when you come back it's faster to restock with the new ones, so it will be faster to get going. Now the other thing I want to do is obviously get the wither, and we can get the beacon that way. So I just watched the video, so it should be, so we just do this and then it should be trapped under there. I don't know how smart it was to build it so close, but I guess we'll see. Okay, nothing exploded. There's a zombie who took damage apparently. Let's just help this. This is so loud. There we go, that's it. I would do more, but I couldn't get any more skulls. I spent a lot of time in the nether trying to get more skulls, but I just couldn't get any. So yeah, basically this is all I wanted to do in today's episode. Now let's go back. Alright, so we're back. I do have a lot of glass. I'm going to only need 5. And I do have a lot of obsidian here as well. So with that we can make a beacon. And I guess I'm just going to not place it just yet, because I don't really need it and I only want to use it for aesthetic purposes. Maybe I'm going to use it over at the tree farm or the tree place so I can mine the trees faster. And that's pretty much going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Goodbye.